Welcome to this demonstration of Trimble Connect for Web. Here I can manage all of my projects, models, documents, as well as to-do tasks here directly in the cloud. I'm currently logged into my web browser and I can see the projects that I'm assigned to or that I've created. I'm going to go ahead and access the Trimble Building project. We're immediately brought to the Data tab where we can explore the different folders and files that have been uploaded to the project. We can then select and view this set of drawings. We can then easily browse through each of the pages associated to this set of drawings. We can also zoom in, as well as pan to different locations. Along with viewing the 2D drawings, we can also review 3D models here within the web. Here I'm selecting models from different trades or disciplines, selecting each one of those, and then I can view them overlaid together. Again, I don't need to install any additional software. I can just easily view these different 3D models from different trades and different software directly in my web browser. With Trimble Connect Web, you can also organize files into release packages or submittals. Here we have a structural fabrication submittal. Over on the right, we can select the recipients that we'd like to send this to. When we press send here, this will then automatically send a transmittal via email and allow you to download those files for that particular release. We can also save and share 3D views. This saves us time from having to select the different models in the Explorer view and then loading them manually. Here we have all of the models already combined, and we can simply click and access each of the models that we want to review. Let's go ahead and do a section cut through the building. We can also do a clash check between different models and trades. Here we've done a clash set between the structural and MEP models. We'll select this and view. This is then going to open up the two models. From there we can then go to the list of clashes, and as we select, it will actually highlight and zoom us to the specific location where the clashes exist. You can also easily generate reports from the objects in the 3D model. Here we have a summary of the different types of objects including beams, slabs, columns, and walls. We can also generate our own custom report based on the properties and types of objects that are included here in the models. Trimble Connect was designed with the understanding that multiple disciplines and project stakeholders are working on the project at the same time. Here when we select folders, we can control folder permissions. So for different groups, we can restrict access to read-only, and then for others, we can select the access to be full. We also have the ability to check in and check out files. This allows certain users or groups to be able to modify or edit files without allowing others to overwrite that information while they're checked out. Trimble Connect automatically keeps track of the different versions and revisions of your documents and models. Here we can see that there are two different versions of this model. We can either view each version as well as download each version offline. In an environment with multiple stakeholders, documents, and models all being managed in one place, it's important to have an activity feed that's filterable by the type of activity, the user or groups that did that activity, as well as a date range that you're specifically looking for, so that way you can keep track of the project. In a collaborative environment, it's important to be able to manage the different stakeholders on your project. Here we can go ahead and invite a new user using their email address. We can assign them to a user group, which allows us to control their different permissions as well as notifications for activities on the project. And then we can go ahead and set their role, whether they're a user or they're an administrator controlling permissions and different settings on the project. Project stakeholders want to be able to collaborate on documents and models, as well as communicate different tasks that are associated to the project. Here we can accomplish this using to-dos. We'll select this clash between the steel and architectural, and then we'll select on the thumbnail, and it's going to open up the models, zoom us into the particular location, and show us annotations associated to this particular clash. From there, I can go ahead and apply a comment and say that I'm going to fix this. To-dos can also be as simple as telling a project stakeholder to review the latest set of design drawings that have been uploaded to the cloud. Trimble Connect can also be used to manage fabrication and construction tasks on a project. Here I have this steel assembly that's called B10, and it's issued for production. We can see that there's the 2D shop drawing, 3D assembly model, as well as CNC instructions for the fabrication machine. Once this is complete, we can change the status to done and closed, and then we can export this information to an Excel report. So by using Trimble Connect Web, you can easily manage your projects and all of the documents, 3D models, keep track of a full activity list and feed on your project, assign tasks and communicate with other project stakeholders, and then manage the different team members and stakeholders on your project.